World War I ended on November 11th, 1918. The guns fell silent. But the world would never be the same again. Here's a quick summary of what happened next. This video is part of a series. Check out the description for more. Stick around until the end if you want to learn something that most people do and know about World War I map of Europe showing shifting borders. Empires collapsed. The Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, German, and Russian empires were no more. New countries were born, and old ones were redrawn. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles imposed heavy penalties on Germany: loss of territory, disarmament, and huge reparations. Many Germans saw it as a humiliation, a wound that would not heal. Europe was economically shattered. Millions were dead or wounded. Cities were destroyed. In Germany, hyperinflation crippled daily life. To make matters worse, the U.S. raised high tariffs on European goods, which made it harder for them to recover. To prevent another war, world leaders created the League of Nations, a hopeful but weak organization that failed to stop future conflict. Back in the United States, a new era of economic growth and prosperity dawned. The 1920s saw the booming of the stock market, the rise of big businesses, and the mass production of consumer goods. It was a different world from the one that had gone to war 2 decades earlier, but much of Europe was still struggling. Veterans returned home to unemployment, trauma, and political chaos. The peace that had been imposed on them was not working. There were still soldiers shooting each other in the streets, not to mention the deep resentment and anger that was growing in Germany. It was in this atmosphere of instability that extremist ideologies took hold. Communism took hold in Russia, while fascism and Nazism began to grow in Italy and Germany. Here's a question for you. How do you feel about the legacy of World War I? Let us know in the comments. Now let's finish with a fun fact. Guess. Did you know that after the war, people began to forget the names of some countries? Example, in 1914, the Ottoman Empire controlled modern-day Turkey. But by 1922, the country was known simply as Turkey. And nobody even remembers the name of the Russian Empire today. Most people just call it Russia. What's going on? Well, it seems that when empires fall, their names can sometimes disappear along with them. So there you have it, a very quick summary of what happened after World War I. If you want to know more, check out the series in the description. And remember, if you want to learn more about the Great War, stay tuned for more updates.